welcome back to my channel. Today is a Dior day, primarily. I'm gonna be swatching, I think I've lost count. I don't know how many I have, hold on a second. 9 of the Dior Mono Shadows. I have like 4 more coming, so I have like 13. I think there's like 21 of them, so I'll probably end up getting all of them eventually. But I also have 8 of the, quote, old formula, so the Mono Shadows that existed before this new release. So what I want to do is compare formula, how some of these look. I'll swatch them all for you so you can see if some of the old ones look like some of the new ones. There's some already that I'm sure you guys have seen, Cosmopolite and the Beige Mitzah that now exists. They're similar. They're not exact, at least not in my opinion. So, and I'm also going to throw in a couple of other things, including a discontinued Chanel blush and a few other little things. So let's go ahead and dive in. So I'm going to pull my hair back. We're going to use the Dior bronzer in 4. I mentioned it and used it in a couple of recent videos. I really like this bronzer. I think it's very pretty. A lot of you have asked me about Dior's bronzer. I have 2 and I have 4. 2 is definitely warm leaning. 4 is definitely cool leaning. I don't know about 3. I haven't picked it up. If any of you out there have 3 and want to comment, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think of 3 if you have it. You know, it's impossible to tell online. I'm sorry, but it just is. Like, people who are always like, oh, well, you know, I picked it out. Okay, that's great, but photos, I mean, you can't really tell. You could sort of tell, but, you know. So, I mean, it was completely, I picked 4 because I was like, well, I had the 2, so why don't I go up, you know, more than 1 step. I might pick up the 3, actually, if there's a sale or something, you know, where I could pick it up on sale. I might actually get it so that I'll have 2, 3, and 4. I would tell you that I think 4 is pretty much perfect for me, and the bronzing powder is absolutely beautiful. It's soft. It's the softest bronzing powder I have. Softer than, definitely softer than Gucci or the Tom Ford that are similar in shade. Absolutely love them. And in fact, I will probably do a swatch comparison between the 4, the Gucci one, and the Terra bronzer coming up soon, probably on Instagram. So I am gonna put some blush on my face. Like I said, today is really going to be about the eyes and the Mono Shadows, but I wanted to mention that I picked up, I've been going back and I found a whole bunch of older Chanel blushes. I used to work for Chanel, and I have friends that work for Chanel and worked for Chanel, and so I have old testers, and I had thrown out a lot of the old ones, like old. But I did find some that I had not thrown out that I had put in separate, like in a separate place, that were older, but not like super old. The old ones were like 20 some odd years old, and they needed to go. So, I mean, you know, but I had ones that are like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years old. So I found those. I've also had some friends who have sent me blushes that they've found for me, which is incredibly sweet. And then I've picked up a few myself. Today, I have Mocha, which was one of my favorite, seriously, favorite blushes from Chanel back in the day. And I will swatch this on my hand for you. This is just a gorgeous shade. Now, like I said, it's discontinued. It doesn't exist anymore. But it was one of my favorites when I worked, like forever ago, 97? I don't even know. Wow. Okay. So anyway, the point is, I love this blush. So I was able to pick it up. I was able to get an old tester. It smells, and somebody mentioned it might be Lily of the Valley. That might be the smell. It's not the smell that the Chanel blushes had recently. This is the Chanel scent from like 10 to 15 years ago. So it is different. I'm going with an F04 brush, and I'm just gonna sweep this on just very lightly. It's a very much a pinky beige blush, and it's Mocha. Like, it's perfect. I have been trying to find this blush for a long time because the one I had was very old and I did throw it away, and the fact that I've been able to get the tester, I'm just very excited about. So You know, you can find them on, people have been asking me where you find them. You can find them on Mercari, you can find them on eBay. The thing is though, you want to make sure that they're actual Chanel. You want to make sure that they're not bad, all those things. So it is a little tricky, but it's just one of my favorite blushes. I just love Mocha. It's just a beautiful shade. Like I said, it's that pinky brown that I personally love. So we're going to keep the look on the face really easy today. Like I said, we're going to focus on the mono shadows. And we'll get into all the ones that I have. I'll tell you which ones I have currently. I have, like I said, 4 or 5 coming. So when they come, I'll review those. And then I'll show you all the old ones. So let me bring you in a little bit closer. Oh, by the way, these earrings. So my very good friend, Aileen from A Merch Beauty, was in the Keys recently. And she picked these up for me. Aren't they beautiful? Little starfish. I love them. Thanks, Aileen. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the new shades. Now, the new shades, there are a number of different finishes. So there's a matte finish, there's a velvet finish, there is a glitter finish, there is a satin and metallic, I think. I'll make sure I get that right. Hold on just one second. Some of these I have not taken out of the boxes yet, so. And I said I have more coming. But you know, I know this sounds like crazy because I mean I know that there's always releases, but it feels like, I don't know, last couple years the releases have just becoming fast and furious, and you know, there's like never a downtime. So it's, I don't know, don't love that. But anyway, okay, so there's a metallic, there is matte, there is a velvet. Let's see what else we have. We have satin and we have glitter. Okay, so those are the finishes. What I'll do is I'll put them in order. Let's do the mattes together, metallics, etc., etc. Now, like I said, I only have a portion of them. I don't have all the shades. There are 21, I believe, new ones. I have not picked them all up yet, although I have picked up a lot. I'm not really a single shadow person. I don't, you know, I'm not sure why. I tend to go towards like palettes. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I usually am traveling a lot, and you know, you don't really take singles with you when you travel. Interestingly enough, of the ones that I've picked up, I have mostly, not by a large portion, but I have mostly mattes actually. I have 3 mattes, I have 2 satins, and then I have 1 of the other categories in each. And like I said, I have the other ones coming, so you know, those are different ones, and I'll tell you what those are in a minute. Now, the old shadows, I don't believe there was I don't think there was a designation. I'm just looking at the back of them. No, it just says the shade. So you know, some of them are shimmery and some of them are matte-ish, and some of them, but there's not a designation. It doesn't say velvet or matte or anything like that. It just has the shade name. So that is one big difference, that these are designated into different types. So let's do the mattes first. This is going to be Rosewood. That's Rosewood. These all have a 6-month shelf life, 2 grams, 0.07 ounces. The other ones were 6 months, 2 grams, 0.7 ounces. So it looks like, even though the shape is different, which I'll show you in a minute, the amount is the same. So again, these are the mattes. This is Rosewood. They're very creamy mattes. I have used these before on the channel. I have a video that I'll attach where I use the black bow and another shade I can't remember right now, but I do have that video that I actually have used these. So that's Rosewood. This is Cashmere, and I'll show you up close in just a second. Let me swatch it, and then that's Cashmere. That's what it looks like on my arm. And Cashmere, I think that's a pretty good representation. Both of these so far are more warm leaning. This is Black Bow. This is the one that I did use on the channel before. And excuse my nails, I've got like little chips in them, but I don't know how other people do it where their nails just look perfect for weeks on end. Mine last like 2 days. That's the Black Bow. As I said, all of the mattes are, at least the 3 that I have, they're very creamy. They go on really easily. They blend nicely. Haven't had any issues with them being patchy. Let's move to velvets next, because I think that's kind of the, you know, similar type of feel. All right, I've got 2 velvets actually. All right, the first is Copper. I did pick up the new quads. One of them is named Copper. We'll see if it's similar to this. So these are the velvets. To me, the velvets, strangely enough, like don't feel as soft in the pan as the mattes do, but they feel a little, this one at least feels a little more powdery, but on the arm it is creamier when you put it on. It has like a, it feels a little, it looks a little bit more opaque, but interestingly enough, when you feel it, at least me feeling these in the pan, they don't feel velvety, just so far. And then this is the Rouge Trafalgar, which I also used. Now, the Rouge Trafalgar does feel very soft, so it could just be the Copper shade. That one definitely feels smoother and more velvety. The Copper one didn't. All right, let's move to satins. This is Tulle. Satins feel very nice. That's Tulle. Beautiful shade. And the next is Poncho, which is a beautiful, beautiful brown shade. I did do some comparisons between the shades and some of the quads, like the Poncho quad and everything. I don't remember what video those are in. I'll have to go look those up. All right, so we've got 3 mattes, we've got 2 velvets, we've got 2 satins. Then we have a metallic. This is Beige Mitza. This is the one that looks a lot like Cosmopolite. I did a video with Cosmopolite last month sometime and a giveaway. It's one of my favorite shades, Cosmopolite. That one is stunning, I have to say. Just really, really smooth, went on beautifully. And that's a metallic. And then last is a glitter, and this is called Gold Star. And this one is more grainy, and I'll show you the pan in a second. It does have like more of that grainy feel, but it is more grainy, but it's a pressed glitter, so I mean, you know, like different kind of formula. You can see in the pan that it looks, first of all, it's kind of messy, but you can see like it's a little bit more granular. And I'm gonna do a look, so I mean, we'll try these on the eye. But what I also want to do is show you some of the older ones that I have, so that you can see, first of all, the difference. Now, in the older ones that I have, the shades I have picked up, the ones that I just ordered were the denim, the green one, the gray one, and the pearl star, pearl something. So those are the 4 that I picked up. I think I might have picked up grays too. I can't remember any. I picked up a whole bunch of them. So I didn't pick up, like I said, all the shades. There's one like that looked like a ballerina pink shade. I didn't pick that one up. But I'm gonna assume that they're gonna, you know, sort of match a lot of these shades since they're gonna discontinue these old ones. I don't know that, but I'm gonna assume that's kind of right, the idea. So we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna take Cosmopolite because that one I know the beige Mitza is the Compare. So that is beige Mitza Cosmopolite. And this is what the old pans look like. Like I said, same amount, but rectangle instead of square. All right, let me see if I have any other shades here that I think would even be close. I don't really think so, actually. Well, this one might be close. Let's try this. So this is minimalism. Yeah, minimalism. Minimalism is maybe, not really, it's grayer. Okay, so let me show it to you. That's minimalism. It's more of like a light gray. It doesn't show up that well, but that's like the closest. And this is what it looks like in the pan. And I'll show you the rest of the shades. I just don't think there's any matching ones with the ones that I have. A lot of these are grays, and like I have some colorful ones. Animal, it's gonna be too like matte, but Animal's a very like good chocolate brown. That's Animal, but it's a matte shade. That's Animal. All right, so let me show you the other shades that I have. Again, this is the old formula. And I think there will be some comparisons when I get the new ones. Some more that are on their way. Like I picked up, I think it's Gray Door or something like that. I think that's gonna be similar to this. So this one is Techno. Techno is a super fun like satin shimmer. That's Techno. Hopefully that comes through. It's a really pretty shade. So I'm thinking the Gray Door or whatever it's called in the new one might be close to that. Then I have, is this Runway? Yeah, Runway. It's a very, very deep charcoal gray shade. It's almost like Black Bow. It's matte. It kind of, Black Bow is obviously darker because this is charcoal, but similar in like tone and everything because they're both cool. Next is Power. Very purpley shade. I don't know if there were any purples. I have to check that out. The thing about this purple that I like is it's like got a grayness to it, which you know I like in my purples. We've got Radical. I think you guys will like this one. It's a really pretty sparkly deep gray. And again, once I get the other ones that are coming in soon, and when I probably get all 21 of them, I'll compare with these old ones too, just so you guys can see, but I don't know if they'll be exact, you know, or they will try to duplicate, I don't know. Cosmopolite, I'm not surprised about because that was like one of their, that was a really popular shade, so. And then this one, the last one, it's a really pretty bluish gray, like sparkle shade, and it's called Show. It looks like brighter in the pan, but on the arm it's actually more like a grayish blue. It's really pretty. So these are all the new ones that I have. Mattes, velvets, satins, metallic, and then glitter. And then these are ones that I thought were at least somewhat similar in the old formula, but I mean, not exact at all, but similar. And then these are the other old shades, old formula. So off the top of my head, I'd say a couple things. I don't notice a huge distinct difference in the formula between the old ones and the new ones. And what I mean by that is the ones that are matte in the old ones were good mattes. The ones that were satiny in the old ones were good satins. The ones that were shimmers seemed like good shimmers. Again, I didn't have any problems with these older formulas. I always thought they were very good. And as I said, Cosmopolite was one of my favorites. So I don't see this as like an upgrade in formula like the new formula for the quads was with the pine oil and the aloe vera. Like I don't see that in the monos. The shades do look a little bit different for the ones that seem to have a match, like the Cosmopolite and the Beige Mitza. Jen from Just Glow Firefly has a comparison up, so does Lexi Zhang. They both have comparisons of those two shades, and I've looked at those two shades in my collection and when they've done it, and they do look different to me. And you saw on my arm, you can tell I wiped it off, but it's still pretty stained. I think there is a difference. I don't think they're the same shade. I don't think they tried to make them the same shade. I think they tried to make them very similar though. So in my opinion, these are different. I'm not absolutely sure why why Dior decided to reintroduce or change. Maybe it was packaging, maybe it's ingredients, maybe the ingredients have changed. I don't know, but I will say it looks to me like the shelf life is the same, the amount is the same. What has really changed from what I can see is that you now have distinct finishes, like you know what the finishes are, whereas the old ones, you just ordered the color and usually there was a description that said this is a satin or this is a matte or whatever, but these are categorized that way. The old ones were not. I don't know. Does that make, I mean, is that really important to you? Maybe it is. So that's an important thing to note. But I never thought the old formula was bad. So I don't want to be like, oh yeah, the old formula I didn't like, because I liked it. So I don't have a problem with it. So we're gonna try them out on the eye. Like I said, I do have a video with the black bow and the Rouge Trafalgar, so I'll put that, if I hadn't put it already, I'll have that up. I think what I'm gonna use in my eye today is I'm gonna use the Cashmere matte, and maybe like something like the Tulle Satin or the Poncho Satin, and we'll put a little bit of gold glitter over it. I wanna keep it light today. The Beige Mitza and the Cosmopolite, there's been a lot of people who have done comparisons. If you guys want me to do a comparison, I absolutely will. But I would refer you to those, to Jen and to Lexi, who've already done it. You saw on my arm. I think there is a difference. I think they're different shades. So I'm happy to do a look with one on one eye and then one on the other. If you guys are interested in that, happy to do it. So just let me know. All right, okay, let's do a look. Let's start with the Cashmere Matte. All right, we're gonna go with a Rephr 27 brush, and we're just gonna use this matte shade as our kind of all over shade. This Cashmere shade is very close to my skin tone. It's a little warmer, but other than that, it's gonna make for a great transition shade for me and as a base if I wanna use it as such. I'm not using any primer today. As I said in other videos, I like to try to, you know, just put it on, eyeshadow on, just on the lid itself. I do have the Dior primer on today, my face, and the Natural Nude foundation, which I like very much. I figured since it was pretty much an all Dior day, I should use that foundation. Of course, I have the Chanel Mocha blush on, but other than that, it's Dior. So this is going on really well. It's very beautiful. It's very smooth. This is a great, you know, mattes can be tricky. Mattes often feel patchy or dry on my skin. This looks great, feels great. Like I said, it's a good shade for me because it's basically just a tad bit deeper than my skin tone, definitely warmer. But that's gonna be a nice base for me. So I really like that. It's very pretty. We're just gonna go for like a basic look today. I think it's, you know, sometimes you just want something simple, or at least I do. Not all the time, but you know. All right, let's take this is the Tulle shade. This is a satin. I'm just gonna put this on the eye itself. I mean, I really do think they did a great job with the monos. I think they're really pretty, and I'm really looking forward to getting the denim. And I forgot the green shade. I forgot the name of it, but it looks gorgeous. It looks like this pine satiny shade. I mean, you know, I'm very excited about that. So, you know, that's gonna be fun. And the denim shade looks beautiful. The pearl shade is, I think, an exclusive to the Dior site. So I'm very excited about that. Picking that one up. That's another thing I should mention. I'm gonna go back with the matte and just deepen the crease a little bit. These shades are available on Macy's, I think Nordstrom's, and Macy's was having a sale. So I did pick up some of these at Macy's during their sale. And then the others I picked up on the Dior site. And you will find when you go to the Dior site, there are some that are exclusive to Dior. So if you go to the Dior US site, if you want to get like the pearl or whatever, those I believe are just on Dior. And for me, especially now, I have a lot of the old ones. I have a lot of the shades. I have tons of Dior Quints, as you all know. And so I feel like I don't need to get all of the new singles right away. But the ones that were exclusive to Dior, I was like, I should pick those up. So look, that's just a beautiful, like light, simple look, right? Just, I think, really stunning. So we're gonna take a little bit of the gold glitter and we're just gonna put that on top and see how that looks. Like I said, the gold glitter does feel like it's granular, but it's glitter. I really like it. I have used it before. I used it on the channel. I just can't remember. Maybe it was one of the, I don't know, maybe it was a haul video, but I did use it and it's just, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I think the pearl one that I picked up that's exclusive is glitter. I'm pretty sure, not totally positive. Okay, so that is the final look. Like I said, very light, just, you know, an easy, pretty, beautiful look. I'm gonna put on a little bit of liner and then mascara. I'll use Dior mascara. I'm gonna put on a little lipstick and then we'll talk a little bit more about the monos before we finish up. Okay, so final look with 3 of the new shades. I have the Cashmere Matte, the Tulle Satin, and the Gold Star Glitter. I also used the Beige Pearl liner from Chanel. I just thought that was a good choice because I wanted something kind of light today, something almost like an everyday look, although what you consider everyday I know is different for everyone. But I didn't want to do something like too colorful or like over the top. I wanted to show like just the beauty of the shadows and how well they blend together. 3 different formulas all work perfectly together and just create, you know, a really nice look. Again, I really love this new introduction, reintroduction formula, whatever you want to say, but I loved the old ones. So I can't say that one is necessarily better. I do notice that there is a difference a little bit in the formula between the mattes that I used before and the mattes that the new formula and the mattes that I have in the old ones. Same thing with the satins. I actually think the new ones aren't as creamy, but you know what? It's hard to tell. I mean, I have to use them all in my eye again to frankly to figure that out. I would say if you're interested in the new shades, absolutely pick them up. If you have old shades though that you really love, you might want to go get them because I think they're being discontinued. They haven't said that, but I don't know why they'd reintroduce. I don't know why they'd do this introduction if they weren't getting rid of the old ones. The Cosmopolite and Beige Mitza, as you saw on my arm, I do think they look different. If you're interested in me doing like one eye, happy to do that. Yeah, just let me know. So I'd say overall my final thoughts are these new ones are really good. I think the formula is beautiful. I really enjoy the way, you know, the eye look that they create. I especially like the glitter because that was not, at least I don't remember that being any of the shades that I had picked up or seen in the old formula. I think there were satins, shimmers, mattes, but I don't remember the glitters. The velvets, like I said, the Rouge Trafalgar feels very velvety to me, but the copper didn't really feel velvety. Now again, that could just be, you know, maybe I have to like use it a little bit. Maybe it's just my copper, who knows. But that one didn't really feel super creamy to me or velvety, but the Rouge Trafalgar does. It looks beautiful on the eye. That's the really important thing. The formula is really good. The shelf life is the same and the amount seems to be the same. So I don't have anything for you there. When I get the new shades in, I'll certainly show you those as well. And if there's comparisons that you want me to do with like specific other shades, let me know and I can do those. I could even do them like on Instagram with just swatches. It might be easier for you all to see. I think that's it, guys. So like I said, they are now available Macy's, Nordstrom, a bunch of other places. And they're on sale at Macy's. I don't know if the sale will still be going on when this goes up. On Dior, there are exclusives to Dior. And I did pick up the ones that I thought were exclusive to Dior. And those are on their way. As soon as they get here, I will certainly show them to all of you. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.